Hey, what's going on, guys? How you doing? It is Last here. Welcome to a new episode of Tots versus Sweat. Today we are going to be looking at Brazil. Awesome nation, loads of good players, lots of good Tots players, but a load of sweaty players. So, by the way, just before we get properly into this, I wanted to say a massive thank you. This is the first commentary I've done since the vlog. I'd already done yesterday's video before that went live, and I wanted to say a huge thanks to all of you guys. It was like heartwarming. It's ridiculously awesome. The feedback and stuff that I got. You guys are glad that I'm doing this face cam stuff. Hopefully my confidence will improve, and I just want to say a big thanks. So let's get straight into this video, shall we? In goal, we've already put the keeper in. It is Julio Cesar. If I look down there, it's because that's where my screen is, and you know, that's how it's got to be. But our right back and our left back today. Sweat is Marcelo, Tots is Marquinhos. Now, you could possibly go the other way round and put like Dani Alves at right back and then Tots Marcelo, but I decided to go this way. But the centre backs really sum it up. Like sweat wise, we've got David LUIZ, who is basically king of sweat, and then we've got Naldo at Tots in the centre back. Kind of does a really good job, so it's going to be a real tough battle. CDM spots today, we've got Sandro and Texera. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, but what basically he is kind of a cam, but he's got 76 defending, so I thought I'd better stick him in that CDM spot because there wasn't any real other options. And then we move up to cam, we've got Oscar and then Thiago Neves. So Neves has only got like 40 defending. I did try switching him around a couple of times in game, but it worked out better when Texera was at CDM and Neves was at cam. He's really good at cam. And then, you guys are going to hate me, I've stuck Ramirez up front. Basically, how we started off in this video was Ramirez was my CDM, and he was scoring goals. And I thought, I hated my striker. I had Douglas Costa, and I tried various different strikers, and I hated them. So I put Ramirez up front, and he did a good job, because what I wanted him for was to be a provider and a hard worker to play the ball through to Jonas, who is our top striker there. 90 shooting, 91 passing, or dribbling or whatever it was. Really solid stats and a solid striker indeed. Now, we're going to start off with our left back and right back. Marquinhos, 40 shooting, weak foot, scores a banger. Marcelo, what are you going to do to respond to that, buddy? Well, you're going to score one on your weak foot as well from outside of the box. So it's tough to say between them two. They were actually both very, very good. If we move up the pitch a little bit, like my CDMs and my centre backs and CDMs, Naldo is incredibly good. It's like broken when you play FIFA with him. He's cheating. He's such a hustle and bustler type thing, and it stresses people out big time. We've then got the CDM, Texera and Sandro. I'm going to have to give it to Sandro, really, because he's such a good player. Like, he actually scores goals as well, as you can see right here. For a CDM, he was kind of up the pitch a little bit, but that's what Ramirez was like before I stuck him up front. And I've got to say, this team just worked, right? This is Ramirez. That was when he was a CDM. He scored that goal. He scored another one, so I thought, you know what? I'm sticking him up front. Honestly, I know that seems weird, but he's a hard worker, high work rate, so he does drop back a little bit as well. And what he does do is tackle the ball, and then he's got decent passing, so he plays it through to your main striker, which is, of course, in this team, Jonas, who was a goal scorer. He's got really, really good pace. I think we finally answered the question to the problem that is the Brazilian striker situation on Ultimate Team this year. I know there's a striker in form, Hulk, and that is probably one of your best options, but I didn't really like him. Jonas, on the other hand, what a card. He's got 82 pace now, which is very, very usable. And combine that with like 91 shooting, 91 dribbling, or whatever it is, and good passing as well, and relatively decent physical, like, it works. He doesn't have 4-star skill moves. He's got 3-star skill moves, but he's got a 4-star weak foot, so you can finish on both feet comfortably, which I like. And of course, he like outperformed any of the strikers that I did try on the sweat side. I've got to say, Ramirez sort of came into his own a little bit. Like, he was the player that I wanted to play the balls to Jonas, and it worked out nicely. I wasn't trying to score as many with Ramirez, so I don't know, it's kind of a little bit unfair to rate them against each other. But as a duo, yeah, worked very, very well indeed. So, this is the squad, right? Julio Cesar. He doesn't have to be rated, but he was relatively average, if I have to admit. Marquinhos, I really, really liked. 30k for a team of the season right back who gets a perfect link with like Thiago Silva, David LUIZ. Great stuff, like, use him. He's good. But Marcelo, He's cheaper, and I feel like he's just a little bit better. He's more versatile. Like he will score those goals that he scored a little bit more often than the wonder strike from Marquinhos. So if I've got a rate between David Luiz and Naldo, I'm giving it to Naldo, right? Tots needs to win this one because Naldo was incredible. He was the most expensive player in the entire squad, 100k, but he's well worth it. It's like cheating, trust me. And then we move up to the midfield. So currently we're on 1-1. Tots has got one, Sweat's got one. Texera versus Sandro. Now I'm going to have to give it to Sandro because he just outperformed Texera. Texera did nothing really of any good note. I reckon if I played him as a centre forward in a false 9, he would do better. But he didn't in this case, playing at CDM. Oscar kind of did nothing for me, which was a bit weird, but maybe it was because I was trying to force it down the right-hand side. Whatever side that is for you guys. And Thiago Neves was great. I really liked some of the shots he was pulling off. Really decent long shot. Good finesse on him. Good 4-star skills and stuff like that. So that evens it out, right? 2-2. So it comes down to the striker. And we all know how that's going to end. Jonas wins by a country mile. I really enjoyed him. And for 30k again, I highly recommend you guys try this guy out. Good nation, good league. Like Portuguese league. You can link him up with Jackson Martinez or something, for instance. Really, really good player. And it's been a fun episode. Like, this was the first team that I built after coming back from holiday. So I played quite a few games against GCI and Messi just to get back into the swing of it. It turned out to be pretty tough games. And then we slaughtered some people when we went online. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, don't forget to smash that like button. Your support from the vlog was insane. If we can get anywhere near that, that would be awesome. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you're new around here. And I will catch you next time. Peace.